Hello, testing. Marv, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, brilliant to hear you, man.
Perfect.
The winner of this game will go through to the finals to win the
10
huge
seconds
pool
remaining.
of rare items. We've already
5
seen what both these
seconds
teams can do.
remaining.
The first game, so close, but TBD, such a solid morphling.
Reserve
They
time.
ended up just winning that outright. Base race. If you haven't seen that game, I would definitely say go watch it. And second game, Fatal Disaster. Really interesting with the troll pick, but they just had such a monopoly on the game from the start. At first, it looked like the Weaver shut down, but then the Weaver just bounced back entirely, and they just had a firm grasp on the game, and there wasn't really much that TBD could do. They were at a deficit in that they'd given away too many kills, and
And they
the
got
Disaster
pushed in
weren't
so
out
fast.
to let up.
Yeah, especially they got
Yeah.
pushed in so fast by the troll. I think troll.
Yeah.
He's a snowball hero. If the early game wouldn't have gone good for them, Treant and Troll wouldn't have paid off. I think Troll needs a good start. If he doesn't get a good start, if he doesn't get items, no pushes, I don't think
Yeah.
he can be that viable.
No, I agree, and I think
Radiant
that's
team
entirely
ban.
why they picked up the Treant. It basically guarantees that Troll will have a much better chance of having
Dire
So,
team
IO
ban.
Batrider super standard.
Yeah.
And
Just
funnily
like-
enough,
Now, go on.
Darkseer, who was picked up in the last game, despite being banned out almost every time first round, didn't have that big an impact. I mean, yeah,
Radiant
sure, he
team ban.
played well. The player definitely played him well.
Yeah.
It's just the trial in which he was against and the way in which Fatal Disaster responded to that just didn't give him much room to capitalise on the fact that he was Darkseer.
Yeah, he couldn't do a lot.
10
He
seconds
tried to get a
remaining.
bit of more gold in the jungle after he got pushed
5
out of the
seconds
lane,
remaining.
but he couldn't do a lot. I mean, he did
No,
a
it's-
nice vacuum on Roshan
Dire
last game.
team pick.
Sadly,
Yeah, well,
Puck got the
that was
ages,
interesting.
but yeah, and it was a pushing game. It was not a game with a lot of team fights. So
It was
Gyrocopter, Gyrocopter, Darkseer.
Radiant team
Well,
pick.
Funnily enough, Fatal Disaster picking up Darkseer this time. Let's see how they play him. I would be very surprised to not see him on solo off lane, and I suppose this is a risk in that picking up Darkseer especially first, people know how to deal with him. It's kind of one of those things why I don't understand why people are so. Well, they love picking him first. It says
10
what you're going to do
seconds
for your off
remaining.
lane. It says what's going to work against that off lane. So I don't
Yeah.
I don't agree with that pick, to be honest.
Radiant team pick.
oh,
I like
Dire
these.
team pick.
I want to know who's going to be the hard carry though, Weaver or Lone, or even mid. Weaver or Lone could also mid.
yeah, both can be mid, both can actually go offlane, both can hard carry. It's a good decision. They don't show him their cards.
Yeah, exactly, and that's my kind of gripe
10
with
seconds remaining.
Darkseer, and that it shows too much of your hand.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Just briefly skipping over the bans actually. IO Batrider, we already said, so standard.
Reserve time.
Again, from last game, it was Outworld and Lifestealer. Those were two heroes which had such an impact in the first
team
game,
ban.
so I'm not surprised to see them banned out. Jakiro, very solid support. Can't see him anywhere outside of tri lane. And Treant banned up second round
Dire
bans.
team
It's
ban.
after that last game, after that kind of very easy early game for Fatal Disaster. Fatal Disaster don't want to see that be used against them.
Yeah. But I mean, if you look at Darkseer and
10
Jakiro,
seconds remaining.
the first thing I think is they're gonna build a team
5 seconds remaining.
that's focusing on team fights, on AoE
Yeah.
team fights.
Reserve time.
And again, I mean, they picked Weaver and Lone Druid.
Radiant team
But if
ban.
they can
Radiant
get a
team pick.
pushing strat out of this, they might go well with this.
Yeah, no, I agree. They fell behind
Dire
because they
team
couldn't
pick.
push back, and it very much seems with the Weaver and Lone Druid they can push back, and they can not only push back but they can push. So that's one thing which Fatal Disaster is definitely going to have to watch out. It looks like Fatal Disaster all-out team fight. Shadow Demon Jakiro is such a solid core. They're both ranged supports with a stun and really nice damage amplification and slows from Jakiro and Shadow Demon combined. So any carry you kind of put with that is going to be interesting, and it can well work. I wouldn't be surprised to see, say, an Alchemist with that or such. And one thing
10 seconds remaining.
One thing to note is that having disruption
5 seconds
makes Jakiro's ice path so much more reliable to land. Just message quick through. Just to read this. Chibi has a Team Chibi Yuisa has forfeited the next game, so the game is now knockout dueled. Team Chibi Yuisa, because of their previous wins, are still in the finals against the winner of this game. So again, I said it before, winner of this game is going to go through. Interesting. Ogre Magi. What do you think?
I mean, honestly, I personally
10 seconds remaining.
don't like Ogre Magi a lot, but
5
on this team he's pretty good. He can, I don't know the right name, but the buff
Reserve
he can give
time.
Lone Druid and Weaver, and his stun is
Yeah,
really good.
Bloodlust. Yeah, I mean,
Bloodlust, yeah.
one thing which I've seen before, which I really like, is Bloodlust on Lone Druid's bear. Not only does it increase the procs of his bear, it increases his movement speed of his bear, so his bear can chase and hopefully get more procs. It's really, like, you can Bloodlust a lot of people and will give them a big buff, but that buff scales so much more on Lone Druid's bear.
Yeah, and also it's really, again, really good for pushing. If you Bloodlust the bear, those towers gonna melt.
Yeah.
10
No,
seconds
exactly.
remaining.
So at the moment, TBD, really strong
5
pushing lineup.
seconds remaining.
I'm not sure what I know that they're going to have to probably pick up another support for tri lane. Because you don't often see dual lanes or junglers in this, but when you do, it's usually the option's apparent from the start. But at the moment, it looks like they may well have to pick up another tri lane, or they could jungle the Lone Druid. Though it's a bit iffy.
But well, if you jungle Lone Druid, if you're gonna have a dual lane bottom, solo top, I don't know. I don't think this would work out pretty good.
Dire team back.
I think it's gonna be a Lone Druid off lane.
Radiant team pick.
Sorry.
But the Weaver hard carry.
This is interesting. TBD picking up the second support at the moment. Yeah, you thought Lone Druid off lane because I think Lone Druid off lane's probably right in that gives him the levels for the bear, and I've seen Weaver played as a hard carry for TBD so many times. I know they can do it. Look at Fatal Disaster. How do you think Templar Assassin's going to fare against Puck? Because her refraction's going to, well, really,
10 seconds remaining.
as long as she times it right, make Puck's
5
nukes
seconds
useless.
remaining.
And Puck doesn't have the kind of the individual fast hits to make that work.
Oh, anti-mage.
That's quite viable. I mean, Jakiro Shadow Demon with the anti-mage gives anti-mage such space to farm. Darkseer offlane. Darkseer, if he's the offlane, he's going to be against the Weaver, so Weaver can very easily deal with that.
So
And I very much. Alright, very quickly, I'm just going to go through the Dire team. We've got Vinceo on Jakiro, Dumbfounded
Prepare for
on
battle.
Shadow Demon, YK on Anti-Mage. We've got Diet Rich on Templar Assassin, and DIS, is that his name? On Darkseer. Do you just want to go through the Radiant team?
Yeah, we have Make Total Destroy on Lone Druid, probably the offlaner. Mr. Chipper as Puck, mid lane. Red as Weaver. Japsik as Ogre Magi, and Mumbledore 556 as Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, and well, Ogre, I think perhaps safe lane farm. Looking at this tri lane, Weaver, Crystal, and Ogre, I'm not sure if that. It's aggressive, but I'm not sure if it's I'm just not sure. I don't think Weaver's a
30
suitable
seconds
carry
to
for that
go.
aggressive tri lane. Basically, I mean, sure he has the escape. And +2 stuns are pretty nice. You know, it's kind of like, especially early game when you're looking for that aggressive tri lane to work. I'm just not sure.
Ah, well.
Feel free to convince me if I'm wrong, though.
The problem is, if they can lock down Anti-Mage, they can save him
The battle
pretty much.
begins.
I mean, Fatal Disaster. With the Ice Path and the Disruption, it's being really, really hard to get him in time. So,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's possible. I mean, Weaver has
Invis Rune on Shadow Demon. Perhaps might be able to get a cheeky pick off.
mm,
One thing which should be noted is that Jakiro has been a clever player and has actually picked up. Oh, now they're on Shadow Demon. All right, initiation on Uga Magi. Immediate ice path, but the ice path
Yeah.
duration is just so short this early on. It really wasn't that worth it.
that's also what I wanted to say. As you said, maybe they can get a cheeky pick off. I don't think it's possible. They don't have a lot of damage right now. For level 1 pick off, I mean, they have lockdown, but there's no damage. No.
Denied.
I think both
Okay.
teams are going to lack the early sabers.
No.
Oh wow,
Oh.
that was a really nice ice path landing on 3. But at the moment, I've decided to joking away from that. Really nice disruption, and that actually, oh wow, that was clever playing. Jakiro
Self
popped this out
in
just before he got
disruption.
disrupted, and that's
Really nice.
quite a lot of action.
Oh.
The blink. Oh, that was too quick for me.
Well,
One thing I really want to say, really nice play. Jakiro popped the south just before he got disrupted. So he got 2.5 seconds, I believe it was 2.5 seconds of unadulterated healing from the south, which put him
Yeah.
in such a better position to get away from that. Anti-Mage
Yeah.
then got caught by out of position by Frostbite, 1.5 second stun, not to be snuffed at, especially when Ogre Magi and Weaver were in position. And he almost died, but luckily he backed off.
yeah.
I think Blink. I'm not sure if Mana Break is going to be
Radiant's bottom
suitable.
tower
Yeah, no,
is under
exactly. He's
attack.
leveled Spell Shield. He knows that this is going to be a
Yeah.
bit of a dicey lane, and he's going to need that extra resistance.
Yeah, true. On the other hand, I think Mana Break wouldn't pay off also because I don't think they can get killed here. TBD has more damage in my opinion, especially with the
Oh, really cheeky, very quick invis.
They
Stun
turn it
stacking
around.
Shadow Demon. I would be surprised if Shadow Demon doesn't own that.
Turn it around.
That's first blood, but followed up by kill on Weaver. I'm not sure who came out of that richer, to be honest. What do you think?
Who got first blood? Weaver?
Well, first blood was by Weaver on Shadow Demon, and then we then got followed up killed by. It was actually by Jakiro. It looked like Anti-Mage
I
had that.
guess it's a slight advantage for TBD in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially if
I
you look
no,
at
I agree.
Weaver.
First blood gold was
With
good,
his-
but I think it might have almost all been lost by
Yeah.
that. He was very quick on the mark in buying his first items. Keep in mind this is 3 minutes in, and we've already seen quite a lot of action on the top lane. We're ignoring the other lanes, however. Templar Assassin already got his bottle. Puck's a bit behind. I haven't even got up stats to sell. How interesting this has been. Templar Assassin way ahead in last hits compared to Puck. That's why she's
Yeah.
got her bottle. That's funnily enough, she's got 4 iron with branches. Most cost-effective item in the game.
Well, last hitting power.
Well, you know.
Oh, on top.
Oh, bit more action.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Jakiro
just
going
caught
down
that
to
kill.
Weaver.
Weaver perhaps a bit of a negative position. He's actually run straight into the sentry. That's
Oh.
another kill on Weaver.
Well, that
I
was
mean,
a
they're
good
getting the
trade.
kills, but at what cost? At what cost?
Yeah, I don't think it's a good trade to trade Jakiro for Weaver. I don't think that's.
This is why I didn't think Weaver suited. What this tri lane would have been better with would be a strength carry like say Alchemist or Sven, where they have a very reliable stun and like an okay getaway, okay getaway, where they could just, and then I would have safe laned it and put Lone Druid against this. Lone Druid could have perhaps been a bit of trouble against this lookdown, but
so much irration in the middle from Templar Assassin versus Puck.
yeah, no, they're just butting heads at the moment. Templar Assassin, double damage rune. He's done very well with these runes. He's just winning in last hits at the moment. If I just go back to here. Gold graph very minutely in favour of Fatal Disaster. XP graph very minutely in favour of Fatal Disaster. So, you know, it's anybody's game at the moment.
Yeah, I mean it's really interesting to look at the top lane. Those tri-lanes.
Yeah.
I mean it's almost like two aggressive tri-lanes just...
I mean, aggressive isn't what Anti-Mage needs, but he's really paid dividends in that he hasn't died. Whereas Weaver, on the other hand, has died twice, got 2 kills. Anti-Mage has just got 2 assists. He's currently got his Poor Man's Shield to kind of negate a heavy chunk of damage from Weaver. And he's actually got his first Ring of Health, so at the moment looking in good shape. We've got, I don't know where to look. We've got spam pings on bottom. Weaver being very aggressive on this Jakiro. Briefly going down. Darkseer just getting away, trying to go trying to use Courier. And Weaver just killed by who was that, Shadow Demon?
Yeah, the poison.
And then Jakiro gets killed as well.
Well, again,
Dire's middle tower is
they
under
trade
attack.
again Jakiro for Weaver. I don't... In my opinion, Fatal Disaster is ahead in this lane.
Yeah, no, I agree. Interesting. Make Total Destroy is actually putting all his items on his bed. Like, this is just an interesting thing to note about his playstyle. In that, you know, that's I know people who actually put all their items on in Druid, funnily enough. They switch on True Form, and then, you know, they just go around and wreck things. But I really like the bear build. It just kind of, you know, it highlights the fact that they're probably going to bloodlust that bear, and that bear is going to be monstrous. Anti-Mage, by himself, top lane at the moment. We have got 2 heroes rotating top, it looks like. It looks like TA is coming top. She's currently just got phase boots though. Yeah. And Jakiro, and we do have a Shadow Demon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They haven't been spotted out by any wards, and it looks like no TA's just given up and gone back mid. It looked for a moment like she was going to rotate top.
I think they thought they got spot out, because at the moment when they moved this way, the try of TBD just went slightly back, so it just looked like they probably know.
One thing I should note is that all 3 heroes on this tri lane for the Radiant team have a wand, whereas only Anti-Mage has one. This is tri lane where you really want a wand, because there's so many spells being cast. Like at the moment, Anti-Mage,
especially with the Shadow Demon,
his wand is on 8. Weaver's is on 7. Ogre hasn't had it long enough for it to be too much. Smoke on mids. They just missed that courier, but yet rotating on mid, they perhaps might just catch out TA. Do they have a sentry? They do have a sentry on Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden spotted out, and what are they doing? Yeah, no, they popped the sentry down. Green Core used on TA. But at the moment, no, that's a very dead TA, and Crystal Maiden just survives. Literally just survives. And then they managed to deward. So it's kind of like getting 2 things at once there. And
they're perfect.
Darkseer sitting mids. Darkseer's had a much better game than TBD's Darkseer last game. But
yeah, true. But I mean, it's way easier against one lone droid than tri lane.
Like he's had a much better game in that, you know, things have gone much better for him.
Yeah. On the other hand,
funnily enough, he's gone straight up bottle, then building into mech, as opposed to going Soul Ring. Oh, Lone Druid picking up Midas. 8 minutes in, Midas takes around 17 minutes to pay itself off. So, you know, ideally when you want Midas, you want it as quickly as possible. And I suppose he was trying to streamline it, not as fast as it could have been.
I think everything above minute 11 or 12 doesn't pay off that much for Midas.
Oh, very premature. Very premature ice path by Jakiro. But again, this is just butting heads. That's Shadow Demon forward because of that. To be honest, had Jakiro timed perhaps that ice path a bit better, things could have gone differently.
Magic won't save Weaver.
Puck rotates top, and oh, Anti-Mage almost gets caught in the middle of it. But to be honest, the execution there was what cost the supports their lives, to be blunt.
Yeah, yeah. And also the
Dire's structures
yeah,
are
it looks good.
fortified.
But what you said about the magic stick, it saved Weaver's life right now.
Yeah. It's just a smart decision by smart players here. He's got a 0.91 attack speed when Bloodlust is cast on him, which is huge.
Yeah, I mean, also versus a...
10 minutes into the game, that's huge.
That's true.
Radiant's bottom tower
Actually,
is under
funny
attack.
enough, we missed that, but Lone Druid actually getting shut down on bot lane. It seemed like TA and Duxia would manage to get that kill there. And to be honest, Lone Druid himself doesn't actually have much of an escape.
No, he hasn't.
Which is why that cost him. And if you look at things, there are no
Radiant's
wards
bottom
protecting
tower is
him.
under attack.
Yeah. Well, on the other hand, if they sacrifice Lone Druid and get all other 4 heroes pretty going and a good push on top and disrupting Anti-Mage's
Radiant's bottom
farm,
tower is under
it could pay off. Lone Druid can farm pretty easily, especially with Hand of Midas. Even if he now gets shut down a bit, he can come back.
It's kind of hard what's going to say. I mean, we're 11 minutes in the game, and usually, you know, people have hit their level 6. We'd be expecting drones, but because we have these two aggressive tri-lanes butting heads against each other, and both of them aren't doing too bad. I mean, proof in the pudding. Radiant side seem to be doing perhaps better in terms that they got kills and supports, but Dire side worse in terms that the carry's actually going to kill. Crystal Maiden. Big ulti. Oh, wand again. Just saved her ass there.
Yeah, but not
and
for long.
that's still there, Crystal Maiden.
But also
unavoidable.
very good
Ice
reaction
Path whiffs.
from Anti-Mage. He just cancelled her ultimate with his ultimate. If he wouldn't do that, Shadow Demon would have gone down probably.
Yeah. Shadow Demon's really low, perhaps not a good decision to be there. Weaver gets decimated by Shadow Demon there, actually. I'm assuming that was his ult. No, it wasn't. Funny that. And that looks like, yeah, no, that was 100% the correct thing for TA to do. Rotate up alongside Darkseer. And at the moment, they're going on this puck. Puck, no chance.
Yeah. Way too much lockdown.
Exactly the right thing that they needed to do. And at the moment, there's just this poor lonely Crystal Maiden sat top, and she's got 4 heroes bearing down on her.
Yeah, she can't do much.
And the creeper was 5 seconds behind. So, you know, glyph and the counter for glyph. I was going to say perhaps a third of that tower's health would have gone.
I would let him fall. I don't think they can defend this.
I think they can. I think they can clear them out, but I don't think they're willing to commit to it. It's risky, but they'd lose heroes, and I think at the moment they don't want to kind of skew balance too much. Funnily enough, Lone Druid still hasn't pushed down this bot tower. It's close. Just Dire team are holding on to it fervently. Oh, Lone Druid in a
could be
pickle.
big.
Yeah, Shadow Purge, Demonic Purge. Apologies. Playing a bit there. Oh my word, Shadow Poison about to tick for 400 damage. Ouch, that's painful. And the bear almost gets killed from it as well.
If they would commit it more and killed the bear and hit Lone Druid a bit more, he would maybe go down. but
Yeah.
it's really risky. I think that's way safer to just take the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And at the moment, Lone Druid's gonna have to back. He's lost his bottom tower. He hasn't managed to take their tower. It's close, but he hasn't managed to do it. He still doesn't have this defense. He still doesn't have these wards to let him know if he's going to get ganked. And it's just making his game so rough. At the same time, we know why he hasn't got those wards, because this tri lane at top is making the Radiant's team will suffer. Though admittedly the supports are now roaming. I suppose they're just... Weaver should have been left alone a lot longer.
Yeah.
To be honest, I really feel like the support, and that's a dead Lone Druid.
Yeah.
Frostbites on
Oh
wow, I really like that Dream Coil into
going down.
CM ulti. That's two very dead heroes.
that's a nice combination.
Really nice usage of Crystal Maiden's ulti. We've seen that twice. Once on top lane, now on bot lane. They just know when to cast it. And I mean, combining that with Dream Coil just makes it so hard to play against.
Especially Crystal Maiden popped her ultimate after Shadow Demon used his disruption. So she was pretty sure to don't get disrupted or her ultimate to get cancelled.
Now we have Blink Dagger on TA, and that's obviously just paid off because she just absolutely ravished Puck. And had she gone to the right, she would have seen Ogre Magi, who, to be honest, I don't think could have stood against her.
No, I don't
Such a
think
shame
so.
she doesn't know he's there, up there. We have 3 heroes rotating on bot. Has anyone got a We have actually got a sentry as well. Yeah, were they to commit to this? TA perhaps realizing it's a bit risky. Border TP scroll and she's TPing mid. Just getting away.
I think we missed a Weaver kill. Or Weaver
Did we?
died. Yeah, he was dead right now. I don't know if Anti-Mage...
16.5 minutes in, Anti-Mage has actually just got Bat Fury. So, you know, it's kind of like late game secured now.
Yeah.
What Radiant need to do is push towers, to be honest. Like this is what the Dire team are doing now. They're just, you know, they're coming in as 4. They're pushing towers. It's giving Anti-Mage even more farm because obviously he gets that tower damage. Whereas
he has space to farm. They get to focus on defending.
Dire's
Or
bottom
at least try to defend the middle tower. I don't think it's possible, but
it's hard. You see, Radiant have lost all of their tier 1s. No, wow, that's a very dead Weaver. Really, you see, there's sentries time and time again. They've always got the sentries. They're just not taking any chance, especially after these last few games.
that's how you play against Weaver. You need dust and sentries. Sentries possibly better. I mean, the dust has now the slow proc, but Weaver is so fast with Fishikuchis.
Does dust give a slow?
Yeah, 10%. If you're
I
invisible.
didn't know that.
Yeah, they made it. They changed it lately. I think in the last bigger
like
patch.
that.
Yeah, as long as you're invisible and dusted, you're about 10%, I think. I'm not sure about that. Slower, but
So
Weaver
now,
is so fast.
Hero doesn't have a slow. Just get loads of dust. Cover them in dust.
Well, I don't think it's stacking, so...
I can dream. Alright, now look, here's what we want to see. God dusted there.
Oh,
Whether or not the...
dead
Oh
Crystal
my
Maiden.
words. Chris... It just gets melted.
She just stood on top of the sentry. Easy kill, vacuum, ice path,
Yeah.
gone.
Bloodlusted Bear though, I want to see some more action on that. That's for sure. 2 seconds on Bloodlust, and will he get it? Get us off. Yep, Bear is immediately Bloodlusted, and the speed at which that Bear attacks is huge, and the speed at which that Bear moves is huge. I mean,
Speed
well,
also.
let's see if we can get an entangle off the Visage.
Yeah.
6 in a row.
I didn't
To be honest, it's just got to the kind of the point where it's just like we're watching as much as anyone else is. We're just thinking, what's happening? Cut long story short, Jakiro too low. He died in the end. And will Darkseid
Easy pick
manage? No, Weaver gets just away.
melted. I just saw a blink of her ultimate and she was dead.
Yeah, no,
didn't
she
even
was
see her
standing far
dying.
too close to heroes which weren't properly disabled. While they were in Dream Coil, that didn't mean that they couldn't just turn on her and melt her face off,
Yeah.
which is in the end what. Oh no, she procced the wrong one. Puck hasn't actually got a Oh, just getting out of there. Nice. Oh, and that's a dead TA. Really nice response from TBD there. Actually, they did exactly what they had to do. They saw Puck was in trouble. They rotated on to where Puck was. Puck just managed to get away by going to the secret shop. And again, they were carrying sentries. Both teams are so diligent with these sentries.
Yeah.
Now we have a really fast bear.
You need to against the Weaver. You need sentries. And as I said, I think sentries are way better. If you're fighting in one position, if you dust him, he just runs away, waits till it's worn off and comes back. Sentries are the better choice, I think.
I mean, looking at items at the moment, Lone Druid isn't incredibly farmed. I mean, his bear has got some items on, but not really what you'd expect after 20 minutes. Jakiro, he's playing classic support. You can't really look too hard at him. Puck hasn't got Blink Dagger yet, funnily enough. Can write that off to the fact he's died 3 times, but you know, 21 minutes in, he really should be looking at getting a Blink Dagger earlier. It's just making his game harder, really.
I mean, yeah. Also the initiation, so much harder. He had to walk up. I mean, Illusionary Orb won't work.
Anti-Mage being rotated on by 3 hit supports and just absolutely murders that Weaver. And again, he's got Blink off cooldown. Although there are 3 heroes coming with pretty reliable lockdowns, this always a stay. No, he just TPs. There's nothing.
Oh,
was that Dream Coil used mini stun and
cancelled it? Yeah.
Cancel the TP. Really nice plays by Puck there, killing off the Anti-Mage, who was at the moment looking pretty nice shape. He has gone for very late game items, I would say. The Vlad's is nice, but perhaps we would have liked to see a bigger item.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, on the other hand, again, she's got her Blink Dagger. She's got a BKB on her way, on its way to her. She's looking in much better shape. Like, I think she looks like the big carry. Sorry?
BKB complete, okay.
BKB is complete. It's on courier.
That's a big item for her. I mean,
she's got Blink, BKB.
That's big.
Oh wow, this is nice. We've got Maelstrom on a bear. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. That makes me smile. You see, you have to imagine Maelstrom. Not only will the bear be faster, but combine that with Bloodlust and hopefully entangling procs, that's just going to mean that Lone Druid's farm potential is going to be so much higher.
Yeah. Plus, if you get a team fight and she procs a lot of lightnings with his entangle and Bloodlust one.
This is an interesting one. Darkseer actually has a Blink Dagger. What do you think of that?
Oh, well, it's pretty nice. If you think of it, it can be a great way to initiate. If he can blink in nice with a vacuum and an ice path followed, that can start a big team fight.
This is interesting. Now, first of all, we saw it. They took Roche. It's gone on Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is the one who they can't really afford to let die because he's the late game. So they immediately smoke to start into Roman jungle. They just got hero, and they've actually got. Oh wow, really nice combo from Darkseer there.
Wow, that's combination.
That was exactly that was perfect. That was a perfect Darkseer combo. Yeah. And then from that, obviously, Temporal Assassin was ready to exact Merry Havoc all over them.
But that's also what Paper was looking for. I mean, they picked first Darkseer and Jakiro, and that's the combination they wanted, and they did get it right now.
And all the while, the Anti-Mage wasn't there, and he's got their Aegis. He's got semi-decent farm. Would like to see perhaps a bit more tank. Oh, really nice defensive disruption on the Darkseer. But to be honest, I don't think Darkseer wasn't going to be able to get away. Weaver, funnily enough, really nice ice path by Jakiro. Check out the Weaver. Jakiro looks dead. And did Weaver buy back?
I think...
Or did he just not die? Well, he's died. He's definitely dead now.
Weaver died instead. I'm not sure.
And this looks like it could be a dead Lone Druid. No, Lone Druid's just gotten away.
Just Frostbite saved him.
I think Fatal Disaster just vastly overstretched this. And this is one of the really nice things about Frostbite. Anti-Mage can't blink from that. He can't do anything. And what? Yeah, brilliant. That's a dead Anti-Mage.
Oh,
he's
dead.
wasted the Aegis. That's a team wipe in favour of TBD.
That's also what I
exactly
wanted
what
to
they
say.
needed. And I mean,
After
like
the start of the team fight, they were just too greedy. They stayed way too long. They fighted way too long on low HP. They should have backed off or take the tower or just play it safe.
Both gold and XP graphs are both in favour of Fatal Disaster by roughly 7,500, so 7,500, but they have dipped forward towards TBD. Well, it's not game breaking. That was definitely a turn of events that they needed.
Yeah, sure. A big
Funnily enough,
turnaround.
Gem on Jakiro. I'm not sure I would put Gem on him. I would perhaps think that Templar Assassin or even Anti-Mage would perhaps be a better hero to carry Gem on. Though, having said that, Jakiro has got tank. Or even Darkseer, you know. I mean, he's got to use that Blink Dagger for something. It could be for defending his Gem.
Yeah. Also, Darkseer has pretty good magic immunity with the Hood of Defiance.
Yeah.
And if he don't get focused too much from Lone Druid or Weaver, he doesn't take too much damage. So, yeah, Jakiro holding the Gem. Well,
Yeah, no,
we'll
it's...
see.
Now, looking at this bear, Lone Druid's just rocketed up in last hits, and that's because of the Maelstrom. That's because now his right clicks have so much more AoE. And, you know, it's like... And he's also got Javelin. What's he building? Javelin?
I guess a Monkey King, but he's
yeah,
predicting
MKB
Anti-Mage going
or
with
it could be
Butterfly,
a Basher. I'd say Basher.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ah,
Or
sure.
just
Yeah,
Radiant's
a Basher with
structures are
Bloodlust.
fortified.
That's
Basher, Bloodlust, Entangling Claws, Maelstrom. That bear's going to be a monster to deal with.
true. A proccing machine.
Basically. Now this is interesting.
Yeah,
There's a
top
tower
tower.
which they can
Radiant's
very
top tower has been
easily
denied.
denied on top. Lone at the moment is free to reach again Mary Havoc on this top tower. So it definitely looks like tier 2 is going to be lost for the Dire. And Puck, a bit of a disabling dream. Well, it wasn't something which they chose to capitalise on. Really nice phase shift to dodge the Meld Strike from TA. And now Puck, being very savvy, chose not to Ethereal Jaunt to wasting it. To be honest, all it did was waste time, but that was time which they needed.
Yeah.
Not only did Lone Druid manage to get the tower low enough for it to be taken, but now he's back in the fights and hopefully trying to stem their losses. Not out for them. And I mean that's testified by the fact that Crystal Mint isn't actually dead yet. Lone Druid, not Lone Druid, Darkseer perhaps a bit overzealous. He was there by himself, and no props from the bear, but that bear just hits so hard. Let's see, will they get a Entangling Claws on? Oh, I thought that was Entangling Claws on Lifestealer for seconds.
That bear is hitting really hard.
That bear is so much scarier now. So much scarier. Anything
First
bad
I
I
thought-
ever said about this Lone Druid, I take back. I love Lone Druid.
Well, at first I thought it was a wasted ultimate by Puck. I mean, she dream called 4, but there was no backup, nothing. But in
I think
retrospective,
the entire point of that was just to give Lone Druid enough time, basically.
yeah, it paid off in my opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely. And this is interesting. Some stacks in the Ancient over here. Anti-Mage perhaps not enough health to comfortably take this. I could be, just spewing shit here. He's having to stagger it, if you catch my meaning. He's having to back off. He can't. He's not. He's fine now. He's done it. entirely
He
correctly.
can't fight
but-
long enough. He
yeah.
takes way too much damage too fast.
Yeah, basically, he's so susceptible to right-click damage. And to be honest, that's why Lone Druid, every time his bear gave him a hit, that's why Anti-Mage's health would just go down by an eighth.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with Bloodlust the bear with a Maelstrom and insane attack speed, an eighth per hit is something very scary to deal
I
with.
mean, if he stays 2 seconds at the spare, he's almost dead. If he gets 2 full seconds hit, I mean, that's he really needs help.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Oh, Ron, sorry, I gotta leave you alone. Short, 1 minute. Be right
No,
back.
don't worry about it. That's entirely fine. I'm happy you can be here. Full stop.
Thank
Brilliant. Don't worry, I'll hold the fort. Right then, I'm alone. Apologies for that. My phone's been buzzing. 4-star picked up on Shadow Demon. At the moment, Darkseer looks like he's going for a Shivas. I'd be surprised if that's an AC, because AC isn't typically an item that you'd see on Darkseer. I definitely think Shivas would be better, especially seeing as, you know, when he's vacuuming and all that, he's right in the middle of it. Puck hasn't really... Actually, funny enough, Dreamclaws, they really want the Darkseer. Darkseer popping his ulti, almost murdering Puck from that. Really scary here. Oh, you're back, Marth. Hello? Puck almost gets murdered there. He's saved by his wand, and then Illusionary Orb, yeah, really nice triggers by Puck there. And Anti-Mage just comes in. that definitely scares away the Darkseer. You can't stand against that. To be honest though, it definitely looks like TBD is, despite the farm and their Lone Druid and the scariness of the heroes, they're definitely on the back foot. They've lost too many towers to be complacent in their position in this match. Because if for instance Lone Druid was to go too far out with a reliable way of getting back, it could very well lose a Rax. It's just a very scary position for them to be in. You back?
Back in the game. Did I miss something?
Puck almost died. This Darkseer is a lot scarier than we thought.
Okay. Did he initiate with Blink?
Puck initiated with Blink, but then Darkseer got a vacuum and wall off on 2, and Puck's health just dropped. He almost died, but it wasn't. If it wasn't for some fancy footwork, he almost died to Darkseer and then almost to TA.
Okay.
Double damage rune still being pinged by like crazy. Here we go. Now Anti-Mage hitting for over 350 per right click with that double damage rune, and Roche is almost respawned.
Yeah, that's pretty good timing for a double damage rune. Well, the problem for TBD, if I look at this, is they're so pushed in. They're so much on the defensive.
I mean, that's I was saying that a second ago, in that they've lost too many towers to be complacent with pushing out. You know, it's like I said, if Lone Druid were to push out, he'd have to have a damn good way of getting back quickly. Otherwise, they could very well lose ranks if Dire Team were to organise themselves. Alright, well, to be honest, I'm just content just to watch that TA melt. There was nothing she could have done. She got, what's it called?
100% tangled.
Yeah, entangled, went through BKB, there was nothing they could do. And that's why this Bloodlusted Bear is so scary. And Roche is up in seconds. Absolutely seconds. And
they know it. But Anti-Mage is pushing in.
Roche is up. Now, this bear's bloodlusted. This Roche is just going to melt. Though the Dire are aware, I repeat. Brilliant. Vacuum. Oh, he didn't get the ball off in time. But it just got off then, actually. That's nice. That's very nice. And, oh my word, that's a dead Ogre. That was a dead Crystal Maiden. And that's
if you fight against Jakiro and Darkseer, Roshan Pit is so dangerous.
Yeah. And now it's basically been given over to the Dire. It was a very risky move to make, because to be honest, while they did take down TA, and TA is a huge source of damage for them, they can't write off those other heroes, and to be honest, they paid the cost for that. They've given up 2 of their supports and Roche.
Yeah.
It was just it wasn't quite forward thinking.
Yeah, especially I personally, if I play Dota, I always hate the idea to go into a Roche pit if you don't have wards around.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, again, they paid the cost.
Yeah.
Dai had wards, they didn't, and yeah, that's just why they died. Interestingly, Lone Druid has nothing but boots on himself. Everything's on his bear, and it does look like he's actually going for MKB. Though, funnily enough, I don't see any evasion on the Dire team. Oh,
Oh.
Desolator up on Templar Assassin. I really want to see her melt someone now.
Oh.
And obviously,
You think-
Manta on
you think
Mage,
it can
so his
one-shot
push is good.
Crystal Maiden?
What's her health at? I would be surprised if she can
Nah.
get 2 shots.
Yeah, 2-shot possible. Yeah.
Radiant's top
I think she'd have
tower
to be
is
very
under
lucky
attack.
to get 1 shot.
Radiant's top tower
Oh
has
wow!
fallen.
Anti-Mage, they see. I can't say this and something happened. Anti-Mage, Manta starts so much more push on Anti-Mage, especially when he's hitting at such a respectful 200 per right click.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
yep.
he did before. At the moment when TBD was doing Roshan, he pushed in bottom. Then he teleported to mid and came to Roshan and straight back to pushing top.
Yeah. See, again, because they haven't managed to hit towers, despite actually having the push, TBD are confined to their base. They're worried that if the Dire team, they're going to lose these top racks. They could lose them very easily. And all the while, Anti-Mage is just pushing the other lanes.
Yeah, and
Farming the other lanes and getting more
if you look
farm.
at the wards, Fatal Disasters, there's wards, they know everything around the space. They're just TBD is they're like trapped in their base.
Yeah, there's not much they can do, and again, like you said, the wards. If Lone Druid or someone were to try and get out and get some semi-decent farm, nice Dream Coil. Jakiro looks like he's going to get melted. Funnily enough, the bear doesn't actually go on Jakiro. That can be a very easy kill unless dead bear. And there should be. Oh wow! Wow, really nice initiate. Well, not initiation, but kind of team control from Darkseer and Jakiro there. That just melted them.
Again, the combination of Darkseer and Jakiro.
Yeah, no Macropire, Vacuum, Wall. The team fight's too much, and this is what we noted on at the start of the draft. The team fight was huge.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
How about that?
Okay, Dota is telling me that the Aegis is going to be reclaimed in 3 minutes, which is huge, so I'm not worried. Oh, and we've actually disconnected Burati. I don't know what that means.
How about that?
Oh, that GG is good. I suppose when you get team wiped at this stage,
Well,
there's not much you can do.
TBD had a good idea that Fatal Disaster is going for a team wipe build. They tried to get the pushes with Bloodlusts and the Bear,